Hi YouTube, this is Bullion Saver once again. Previous silver, I basically talked about getting the most bang for your buck when talking about premiums. In this video, I wanted to talk about an issue that I am kind of starting to encounter, or already slightly encountered, which is storage space per dollar amount that I'm able to stack. Basically, this is, I'm not sure if it would apply the term in the same way in stacking, but basically in other types of products, it's called the value density of something, which basically states what dollar amount per cubic centimeter, meter, etc. you basically own. So for example, if we're talking about $100 of toilet paper, that's actually quite a bit of space. $100 of silver, of course, we're basically talking, give or take, 5 ounces. Oops. 5 ounces, depending on your type of silver. And $100 of gold, we're basically talking about, give or take, 1/10 of an ounce. So basically it would be 2 of these. So first off, I want to talk a bit of the physics of the metals that I've seen stacked and that I stack. First off, let's talk, firstly, let's talk about the density of the metal in itself. Basically, how many grams or how many ounces do you get per cubed centimeter or cubed inch, depending on where you're in the world. Density of gold. Gold is actually a lot denser than silver at 19.32 grams per cubic centimeter. Silver is at 10.49 grams per cubic centimeter. So as we can see, gold is 84% denser than silver, and this is a pretty good example. Side by side, both of these, if I can get it to focus, both of these are 1/20th ounce. Silver and gold. If we put them on top of each other, we can actually see the difference quite clearly. Both weigh the same, but silver is actually much larger. At the same time, we all know about the ratio, basically. Now let's go into dollar amounts. For 1 ounce of gold, I'm going to put this on the side. For 1 ounce of gold, basically for that, current spot is about, give or take, 1,300. You would need, for the same dollar amount in silver, 76 ounces. So these two are the same dollar amount. 1,300, 1,300. And here I'm just counting, here I'm just counting weight. I'm not counting any premiums or whatnot. That is quite a lot more. It weighs quite a bit more, 76 ounces versus just 1. Tiny, easy to store, easy to take anywhere, just put in your wallet, put in your pocket, no one will know the wiser. I've actually traveled with this and I've had no issue, no one sees it. I traveled with these two, which are less in weight than the dollar amount here. And I got stopped by security because it just shows as a black blob in my bag. So actually the guy did security TSA grabbed them, saw them, like, holy shit, what the hell is this? And he actually even tried to open one and basically told him, you know what, these are mint sealed. You're gonna have a hard time opening those, but I can definitely pull up a YouTube video on how to open them without damaging them if you want. He just shrugged his head, okay, go ahead, don't worry. But basically, This is a lot less dense in value because of the ratio, and also now we need to look at the size. Seeing as silver is 84% less dense than gold, it takes more volume. And the reason that I said I already had a small problem with was because if you go back to my first purchase, where I basically had an ounce and a half of gold and about 3/4 of an ounce in silver, I basically stored that pretty easily. It was hidden very, very simple, very, very easy, and I had no issue. Then when I bought this one I also have no issue storing. It's pretty easy to hide. Of course, not in the cookie jar. For God's sake, if you hide your silver, hide it in places you have not seen in movies. And this, of course, presented a bit of an issue. I mean, these, you put them in mint rolls. I mean, sure, mint tubes are pretty good for storing, but this only holds 20 ounces. 20 ounces at, let's put it 20, it's $400. It's a lot less than this. But for size comparison, there you have it. So silver is just big. And I say this because some people are just pure silver stackers. I kind of tend to go through other metals as well, mainly gold and platinum. But you really have to have a plan for storing the silver. You need 140 times more space to store the same dollar amount of silver than gold. And actually, when I bought these two, I had a hard time figuring out where the hell I was going to store them. Thankfully, I found a place well hidden, easily accessible, so it really didn't become an issue. But basically, there you have it. Value density does play a part when you're stacking bullion. For me, it plays enough of a part that I am actually having to kind of invest in a few ways in order to be able to safeguard all my silver. Whereas my gold, the hiding places that I have, are pretty darn foolproof. So anyhow, just a quick recap. This is 84% less dense than this. It's almost the same size and a hell of a lot thicker. This 76 is the same dollar amount as this, and in volume, that's 140 times the volume of that. So just a few considerations to take in, and that's where we have to start getting creative with storing and space and security. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the visualization of having what we usually see, the famous ratio, gold, silver, and especially seeing not only the ounces, but the size. All right, until next one, guys, take care, bye.